Our tomatoes, corn, garden's looking real good. We got it split up with our new garden design. We're real tickled about how that's turned out. I want to talk to you today about cover crops, because when we laid off our new garden, we had 2 or 3 plots that we didn't plant. And now we may come back in here in another month and plant sweet potatoes the middle of June, or we may get a fancy to plant some pumpkins. If we do that, then we'll have these plots to do that in. But for the time being, we're going to let them lay and we're going to plant a cover crop. Now the idea behind a cover crop is it keeps something growing on your soil at all times, which is definitely something you want to consider. You don't want your plots or your garden to lay out with bare soil. Always keep something growing on them. And what the cover crops do is they add biomass. Some of them are legumes and they put nitrogen back in your soil. They offer a lot of organic matter. Some of them offer nematode suppression. Now the one that I'm planting here today is Brown Top Millet, which is fairly inexpensive. Now the great thing about Brown Top Millet and your other cover crops is they grow real fast. So when you're choosing a cover crop, you don't want it grows faster than the weeds do, because we have a terrible time here with pigweed. So I got to have something that's going to grow faster than pigweed, and Brown Top Millet fits the bill. It's relatively inexpensive. It's easy to plant. Now there's some hybrids out there that you can plant, but for a cover crop, the cheap Brown Top variety is fine. Another variety or another cover crop that you can plant during summertime is sun hemp, and I've used it last summer and it works great. Buckwheat also works great. Now these 3 cover crops I mentioned work great here in the southeast United States. When you get in other areas, I'm not sure how well they perform, but I know they do well here. The key to them is not letting them seed out. So once they get pretty good size and before they start putting that seed head on there, you want to cut them down, till them, get them back in your soil, so they start breaking down, feeding your microbes and doing their thing. If you let them go to seed, then you could possibly have some weed problems with that variety later on. Now planting the Brown Top Millet, I'm going to show you what I used here and the plate that I used to seed it with. I took a #1 plate and I drilled it out. Now I wanted a little closer spacing for the Brown Top Millet, and this spacing here is about 2 inches and 1/8, somewhere in there. And there's a little indentation on this #1 plate that you can drill out there and get your spacing closer. And I think we ended up with about 1 inch, a little over 1 inch space with this plate here. So I took my Brown Top Millet and I made sure that hole size was right, and I drilled them out, and then these other holes I reamed out a little bit more. So I ended up with this plate here and it works great. Alright, here's the millet seed right here. And I always take a few seed, test them, make sure they fit through the hole fine. So I'll put this plate in. I'll catch the D right there, the little D part inside the seed plate. Now this brush, you just want to keep it snug right there. The brush keeps the excess seed wiped off from this plate, but it also serves another purpose. It helps hold down that seed plate, constant pressure on the front and back. Alright, you see it coming up right there. There's a millet. Planted this about a week or so ago. We hadn't had any rain, so I did water it one time. Got it coming up. I won't spend a lot of time watering or fertilizing it because it is a cover crop. I don't want to put a lot of money or time or effort into it. So there it is there. It'll grow real quick, hopefully a lot quicker than the weeds do, and we'll cut it in. In the winter times we use rye, we oats. We use a lot of clovers. I like the whites, the red, the crimson probably being my favorite of the clovers. We use those for cover crops. In the summertime, our primary ones we use is buckwheat, sun hemp, and then brown top millet. So there you have it. Think cover crops. Always keep something growing on your garden. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel.